Continuing from the previous episode 2410. The method of ascension? Before Xiao Yan could finish his words, a monstrous ocean wave was suddenly set off in the entire alchemy world. The Daqin world is vast and boundless, but there are still many things that are difficult for ordinary people to know. Humph, the dignified lord of the endless fire territory, is it such a narrow-minded person? Now that I'm about to complete the half-step 9th rank holy pill, and the outcome is already divided, why are you saying these sarcastic and useless words? Ming Feng couldn't help but sneer, not taking Xiao Yan's words to heart at all. Refining medicinal pills is extremely difficult and cumbersome. Once the pills are melted, there is no other way except for the forced use of the energy of heaven and earth to raise the level of medicinal pills. After all, the grades of medicinal pills are fixed, and there is hardly any external force that can be improved. This is a well-known thing among many alchemists. Similar to the so-called spiritual raising method controlled by Xiao Yan, it was only discovered by accident, and those who knew it almost there are only one or two Xiao Yan. Worlds, full of wonders. Seeing Ming Feng laughing so disdainfully and the doubts in the hearts of countless strong men, Xiao Yan didn't give much explanation. He smiled lightly, and under the gaze of countless doubtful eyes, his body slowly stood above the void. The reincarnation force of the whole body began to roll, and the glazed flames in the body vented out, instantly forming a huge glazed cauldron between the heaven and the earth, and the glazed flames in the cauldron suddenly heard a small humming sound, a violent wave after another. Flame energy continuously overflowed from the glazed fire cauldron. Guru, this is a holy flame. This is also a holy flame? Hua Qianqin and the Thorn's devil child, who were closest to each other, looked at the yellow flames, pink flames, etc. overflowing from the glazed fire cauldron. With their powerful strength and perception, they could smell an unprecedented horror from the glazed fire cauldron. It seems that in the colorful fire cauldron, once those flames spread and spread, even with their strength, they will be frightened. 1, 2, 5 holy flames? How can it be? In the distance, Bai Wangyuan, who was dealing with the 7 profound demonic thunder, shrank their eyes slightly, and they said with trembling voices. Gollum. Watching several kinds of holy flames emerge from the flames, the fire cauldron, which was quiet for a while, burst out with waves of medicinal pills, and there was a faint, terrifying touch of rising fire. This guy! The smile on Ming Feng's face froze instantly, and with a gloomy face, he dealt with the medicinal pills in his black flame giant cauldron. Regardless of whether Xiao Yan is confident of successfully refining it, his current priority is to refine this half-step 9th grade medicine pill. This is the final purpose that Ming Feng has been planning for months. Wang buzz. In the black flame giant cauldron, countless strands of energy flew and overflowed, and they actually outlined the golden arc of thunder on the sky, dripping down little by little, like a golden raindrop, on top of each raindrop, carrying a touch of overpowering the coercion of heaven and earth. It was built by the most mysterious power between heaven and earth, and no one seemed to be able to resist it. That is the power of thunder and punishment caused by the 9th grade medicinal pill. Once it can't be successfully taken over, I am afraid that the pill will be destroyed and people will be killed, or it will fall on the spot. Ascension, give me a lift. Just when Ming Feng was about to deal with the golden thunder punishment, Xiao Yan gently stretched out his hand and threw the silver medicinal pill into the glass fire cauldron. The power of silver elixir. An extremely tyrannical wave of medicinal pills filled the air, and in an instant, a golden mist suddenly appeared in the whole world. At the moment when the mist came out, the golden thunderstorm lingering around Mingfeng burst into a tremor. Peefed! Those golden lightning arcs that were originally wrapped around the body of Mingfeng pill, but under Xiao Yan's actions, trembled violently, and in the blink of an eye, they collapsed, turning into energy crystals and shattering. Xiao Yan's elixir after his ascension actually dispelled the thunder penalty caused by the elixir melted by Mingfeng? Doesn't it mean that Xiao Yan's refining pills have surpassed Mingfeng? The medicine pill refined by Mingfeng is half-step 9th grade, doesn't that mean? Some sharp-eyed people lost their voices when they felt the few thunderclouds and those golden mists surrounding Xiao Yan in the sky and the earth. This Xiao Yan is considered to be the person with the strongest refining skills among the people that this old man has ever seen in his life. It takes only 100 years to reach such a point. Perhaps in the near future, there will be such a slim chance that the 10th rank of the gods will reappear in the world. Until this moment, in Yao Wuchen's eyes, there was actually a mist of gray water. Kang Lao's voice carried some kind of undeniable terrifying pressure, which filled the air. Ha ha ha! Xiao Yan, don't be too happy. The thunder that was convened when the 9th grade medicinal pill became a pill is no longer a single thunder. That is the thunder penalty, the heaven and earth restriction that surpasses the power of countless thunders, constructed from the most mysterious and powerful power of heaven and earth. If you are destroyed by thunder punishment, this time the champion will still be me. And thanks to your help, my thunder and punishment calamity has vanished, and my half-step 9th grade medicine pill has been completed. This time, it is not certain who will kill the deer. On the face of Mingfeng's ashes, suddenly bursts of schadenfreude appeared, and the palm tightly held the hot scarlet medicine pill, and said solemnly. Maybe, Xiao Yan had just finished speaking, and his whole body was sore. Obviously, the power of this level of thunder punishment seems to be more turbulent and mysterious than the thunder power possessed by the Thunder Master. Even with the current strength of Xiao Yan, dealing with it would probably be heart palpitations. Soul Defense Fighting Technique. Tian Shu. Seeing those thunderclouds continue to gather, Xiao Yan smiled slowly, and there were actually terrifying soul tides in the depths of his eyes, rippling open. That was Xiao Yan's soul defense fighting skills obtained from the 10 drops of soul divine source, which he used to resist the attacking power of this thunder and punishment. The soul power of Shen Yujing? Looking at the soul conjunctiva formed by the soul power around Xiao Yan's body, some strong alchemists said with great envy. A large part of the reason why 9th-rank alchemists are too rare is the limitation of soul power. 9th rank, Divine Movement Realm, both are indispensable. No tilde link to novelmtl.com tilde is not the immortal travel realm. Half-step divine travel, even if it's a half-step immortal ascension boundary, combined with the holy origin chi he already has, this time there may really be a 9th grade medicine pill coming to the world. A series of shocking voices came out slowly, which actually led a group of strong people present, and there was a feeling of blood boiling in the body. The oppression and attractiveness brought about by the 9th grade medicinal herbs is too shocking. Okay, Xiao Yan, this way of hiding your strength has deceived us all. But next, let's see if this 9th grade medicine pill can be successfully brought into the world. After all, the power of thunder and punishment is the most top-notch power in this world. Yao Wuchen stood quietly on top of the city square, and looked at Xiao Yan, who was refining the holy ranked 9th grade medicine pill by himself. Continuing from the previous episode 2411. Don't bother, stage rank 9. Come out. Listening to the sarcasm of Mingfeng in the distance, Xiao Yan was able to raise his head, and for a moment he seemed to be transformed into a primitive beast, slapping his hands in the glazed fire cauldron, and the 5 holy flames poured together on the silver reincarnation pill. The overwhelming energy rolled, roared, and poured into the medicinal pill, but there were countless silver rays of light bursting out of the medicinal pill, instantly blasting the entire pill world with riddled holes and shattering. The oppressive and destructive power carried by the 9th grade medicine pill is too appalling. Boom! Golden thunder punishment, after shattering the power of thunder punishment attracted by Mingfeng, turned into layers of golden mist, quietly filling Xiao Yan's side. In the dead square, countless people looked pale at Xiao Yan, who was surrounded by countless golden mists on the sky, and their hearts were raised in their throats. The thunder power and destructive power contained in the golden mist seems to be able to pierce through the sky at will. If it falls on Xiao Yan easily, I am afraid that this guy will be instantly bombarded with no bones left. Elder Yao, looking at the sky above, the area covered by the golden mist kept shrinking. In the end, it turned towards Xiao Yan's body little by little. Countless strong men below couldn't help but speak. Hoo-hoo, holy rank 9th rank. A heavy breathing sound came from Xiao Yan's nose and mouth. When the golden mist was closing, it actually cut off all connections between Xiao Yan and the outside world energy, and now he can only rely on his own strength. Xiao Yan, you must not die. We haven't had a good fight yet. There was some regret in the eyes of the Thorn Demon Boy, and he lowered his head, as if he did not dare to look at the illusory and distorted space swallowed by the golden thunder fog. The thunder penalty caused by the 9th grade medicine pill was too powerful, and it was too late to stop now. Immortal golden body, immortal mighty sparrow, the source of the 5 holy flames. Dragon God Transformation. Take down the body. Bring it on. The 5 fighting skills and treasures that are enough to make any strong man jealous at the same time. Xiao Yan suddenly laughed. With a touch of unruly madness, the skin and the golden thunder fog collided together. Oh! As soon as he touched it, a heart-piercing scream came from Xiao Yan's nose and mouth. Even with the protection of the 5 powers, Xiao Yan's skin was instantly corroded by the golden thunder fog, and the skin lost its original color, revealing the white bones look extremely scary. Wong buzz. Just when the golden thunder fog was about to erode and attack Xiao Yan's body at the next moment, an extremely terrifying energy fluctuation erupted from that silver medicinal pill, quietly resisting the golden thunder fog. This medicine pill can actually intercept the power of thunder punishment for refiners? What kind of medicine is this? Even a small movement seems to be unable to escape Yao Wuchen's perception. He immediately narrowed his eyes and focused all his attention on the reincarnation pill. Not good. Go and don't investigate this medicine pill. Xiao Yan felt the soft power released from the silver medicinal pill and helped him resist the thunder fog. Too bad it's too late. Btth2. A group of powerhouses, including Yao Wuchen, who were so arrogant and focused, seemed to only feel that their soul was instantly pulled away from the body by some mysterious force and poured into a certain mysterious latitude. Where is this? In a gray unknown world, the illusory soul bodies of Yao Wuchen and the others floated in it, and they stood on the spot in confusion and opened their mouths. In the gray world, everything is unknown. There is no energy and other fluctuations in the world, and there is only endless silence. The first generation, second world. Before he could react, there was a silver elixir like an eyeball at the top of the mysterious world, and it slowly turned. At that time, in front of this soul body submerged in this world, pictures appeared one after another. Elder Yao? What exactly is going on? Outside, Yao Wuchen's several elders with high authority quietly approached the ladder, but they were surprised to find that Yao Wuchen seemed to have entered some kind of special state at this time. Above the sky, the reincarnation pill slowly rotates, blooming with a silver radiance. That ray of silver radiance is like a time tunnel. It turns out, the reincarnation is the only way to perceive reincarnation. This is the reincarnation pill. A voice of awakening, like a world apart, slowly poured out of the thin black shadow above the sky. In an instant, the terrifying power that ruled all things on the silver elixir faded away, and lay quietly in Xiao Yan's hands. A dimensional storm, carrying countless sacred flames, spread out. Even the golden thunder fog that had already eroded Xiao Yan's skin and bones, trembled. After Shunshi, the golden power of thunder and punishment collided abruptly. Crack! Without the slightest hesitation, those mighty golden thunder punishments shattered like a fragile mirror at this moment. Wong buzz! A strange scent of alluring and obsessed, accompanied by a near-distorted illusion, slowly emanated from the reincarnation and reincarnation pill, and everyone in the original environment returned to normal. The entire sky returned to its normal appearance. The 9th grade medicinal pill really deserves its reputation. If it weren't for the protection of several holy flames and that soul defense fighting skill, I'm afraid everyone present would be completely lost, controlled by the 9th grade medicine pill, and reduced to Dan slaves. It's really scary. I just don't know. What is the existence of the legendary 10th rank of God? Xiao Yan spoke meaningfully, but at this time, the holy rank 9th grade medicinal pill had already become a pill. Although there was a little chance of survival in the end, the most dangerous golden thunder penalty also disappeared without a trace. Btth2. After Xiao Yan completely subdued the 9th grade medicinal pills, many powerhouses including Yao Wuchen came back to their senses one after another, looking at the high sky covered with scars and without a single piece of flesh and blood. The embarrassed Xiao Yan, a touch of fear from the heart filled the air. Even now Xiao Yan has used many methods to refine the 9th grade medicinal herbs, but now his talent and courage are standing at the top of this world. It is only a matter of time. Now, what are your objections to the championship? The silver elixir lay quietly in Xiao Yan's hands, and a touch of it was enough to make the 4-fold reincarnation rank peak powerhouse feel hugely attractive, but although many powerhouses were greedy, none of them dared to act rashly. The medicinal pills refined by Xiao Yan are indeed among the 9th grade earth pills of the Holy Order. The champion this time is the Lord of the Endless Fire Territory, Xiao Yan. With a touch of complex soul power attached to Yao Wuchen's body, he quietly sheltered Xiao Yan, and immediately a solemn and vast voice gently crossed the space and passed it to everyone's ears. The Lord of the Endless Fire Domain, the champion of the Immortal Realm Alchemy Pill Society, and the Holy Rank 9th Grade Alchemist. Continuing from the previous episode 2412, the champion belongs to the Lord of the Endless Fire Territory, Your Excellency Xiao Yan. At the same time, Your Excellency Xiao Yan, Yi Ran has become the 3rd 9th rank pharmacist in our alchemy hall. Yao Wuchen looked at Xiao Yan, who was standing in the sky, and said with a light smile, that seemingly light voice was filled with an invisible coercion, suffocating and admiring. Just as Yao Wuchen's voice fell, there were countless eyes with envy and jealousy in the city below, projecting his position away. Even this time Xiao Yan's refining of the 9th grade earth elixir was entirely with the help of external forces through various coincidences, and he was lucky to succeed, but it was also a genuine 9th grade elixir. From now on, no one dared to underestimate Xiao Yan and the forces behind him. It can be said unceremoniously that with this medicinal pill meeting, the names of Endless Fire Territory and Xiao Yan were finally revealed quietly in the sight of the peak powerhouses in the Great Thousand World. In addition, now that this guy has won the championship and become a real 9th grade pharmacist, it is only a matter of time. A 9th grade pharmacist, at this level, is truly at the top of the Great Thousand World. According to convention, the reward for each champion is these: a roll of 9th grade medicinal herbs, and a great immortal level soul fighting skill. After the countless cheers fell, Yao Wuchen flicked his fingers, and the fighting skill scroll gently appeared beside Xiao Yan. Immediately, Yao Wuchen stared at Xiao Yan with a look of relief, with an exceptionally bright smile. A holy level soul defense fighting skill, Tianshu, a volume of holy level soul attacking fighting skills, and a great immortal level soul attacking fighting skill. Now my shortcomings in soul strength have been completely made up. Xiao Yan felt the soul scroll and the mysterious prescription in front of him, his face full of excitement, but the mysterious prescription could not be comprehended. Obviously, the prescription was beyond the 9th grade, and the current Xiao Yan could not detect it. As for the more precious things, I will personally take you to get them later. Countless cheers poured out together, completely dissipating the last breath of the entire alchemy world caused by the golden thunder and punishment, and the entire alchemy world seemed extremely lively and noisy. Hoo! It was an unexpected scene. Just when everyone's hearts were slightly loosened, and shock and envy lingered in their hearts, bursts of hatred and ugliness appeared on Mingfeng's cheeks, which had always been quiet. He, the identities of the 3 are somewhat suspicious. Please follow our medicine refining temple guards to investigate. Templar guards, take them down. The gray-clothed old man dormant beside Yao Wuchen frowned, and then he looked at the 3 with a little vigilance. He is the manager of the pill world, and his status is only second to Yao Wuchen. Clean up these black sheep. Peefed. Just after the gray-clothed old man finished speaking, the quiet void around him suddenly twisted, and several strange black shadows were like spooky sharp knives, blasting away at the location of the 3 of Mingfeng. Xiao Yan, this time will not change. When will it be? Just when several black shadows swept away at Mingfeng and the 3 of them like lightning, there was no fear on Mingfeng's face, and there was only a frenzied smile. That kind of smile was particularly eerie and gloomy. As soon as the voice fell, he stretched out his scarlet tongue and licked it gently. An extremely turbulent evil fluctuation turned out to make the hearts of all the strong people present become fearful. Peefed. The guards of the Wudao Sanctuary have long been hidden in the void. Listening to the gray-clothed old man's order, they directly arrested Mingfeng, but when they were about to come into contact with Mingfeng, a figure surrounded by black flames, lightly raising his hand, he shook the guards of the 5 Paths Sanctuary away. Guru, Xiao Yan, Yao Wuchen, Hua Qianqin and the others looked at the figure who took action to deal with the guards of the church. Their eyelids twitched violently, and they lost their voices. Ha! Yao Wuchen, you are the 2nd strongest person in the Temple of Medicine refining in vain, yet you are so blind. Your dignified Immortal Realm Alchemy Pill Society has now become an evil festival for our evil race outside the territory. Even you proud alchemists can only be reduced to our prisoners now. Because this Xiao Yan has already been classified outside our territory. The method of black flames. Life-killing array. Boom. In the mountain peak, the black flame giant cauldron in front of Mingfeng suddenly surged, and then it shattered little by little. Those evil lines that had been engraved on the cauldron for a long time, little by little, wrapped the entire alchemy world of the alchemy temple. And then one after another extremely heavy evil lines, like a magnificent wall suppressing the power of reincarnation within the body of countless strong people. Not good. The law of 10,000 souls. Yao Wuchen is worthy of being the second in command of the Temple of Medicine Refining. He just heard Ming Feng's crazy voice, and immediately realized something. The dazzling soul power was condensed in the palm of his hand, and he slapped the black flame giant cauldron with one palm. Trying to completely smash those evil forces here. He, Lord Heretic God is already prepared. Bloodstone evil pattern, seal. Wang Buzz. For a time, a miniature and delicate blood-colored stone appeared on the palm of Mingfeng's palm, and then quickly outlined a complex pattern. The power that the bloodstone exudes is gloomy. The evil power actually wrapped Yao Wuchen's body in full view, and immediately took the latter and poured into a special realm together. Obviously, it is a space-time stone that builds a separate different dimensional world, and the purpose is to restrict Yao Wuchen. In the entire alchemy world, Yao Wuchen is the most powerful. Without his existence, there are many strong people here, and the strongest people are only around the triple reincarnation level. Obviously, this is a conspiracy aimed specifically at the alchemy sanctuary, and even the pill realm. Ha ha ha, the battle of the fairyland begins here. This time, our clan will win. The voice of Mingfeng fell, and the life-killing formation began to appear, forming an evil vortex that swallowed and absorbed countless creatures, and emerged in this sky, completely isolating the Dan world from the fairy world for 3 days. It's really wonderful. It's not a waste of time for me to act with you for so long. In the next moment, there was a violent aura in the hearts of countless people, but Xiao Yan clapped his hands gently, a faint smile hung on the corner of his mouth, looking calm in the face of danger. You! Seeing this, Bai Wangyuan stopped in front of Mingfeng and watched Xiao Yan's every move vigilantly. You! How could you break free from my control? Impossible! Mingfeng's forehead shook as if he saw something that frightened him. Tell me, your purpose this time outside the domain. And who is the so-called evil god? The evil black flame on Xiao Yan's body was instantly swallowed up by the devil's cube in his body. Dead people. There is no need to know these things. Life-killing array. Give it to me. A mouthful of extremely dark evil blood was sprayed into the evil vortex, and the vortex that was enough to annihilate everything suddenly dispersed slowly. Under Xiao Yan's gaze, it suddenly turned into an evil formation that enveloped the entire alchemy world. Wang Buzz. The formation started to run, and Xiao Yan was immediately dragged into it, making bursts of screeching chewing sounds, terrifying. Continuing from the previous episode 2413. Boom! Xiao Yan slipped, and was dragged into it by the life-killing formation in front of him and entered the space of the formation. The inner space of the formation was a special space that only belonged to Xiao Yan and the life-killing formation. Peeved. Grumble. A burst of dizziness struck in his mind, and the scene in front of him actually made Xiao Yan, who had always been calm, feel nauseous. The world in front of him is a dead world that has been invaded and corroded. There are countless stinky blood, white bones, corpses, etc. There are countless other things. That kind of shocking scene really makes Xiao Yan, a strong man who has been at the juncture of life and death, is also for a while dazed. The basic outline of the entire world is completely composed of scarlet energy crystals, which are the so-called life-killing formations. Above those energy crystals, there are human corpses that have been pierced and hung upside down. At this moment, a howl of ghosts and wolves poured out from the corpses, which particularly touched Xiao Yan's heartstrings. The scene was so asterisk and shocking that it was impossible to tell whether it was real or dreamy. These beasts! Seeing the tragic scene in front of him, Xiao Yan's eyes were full of anger slanting out, and even the demon cube in his body, faintly showing signs of running out of control. Because the scarlet energy crystals in front of them are bound by living human beings. Those human beings are none other than the countless powerhouses who came to participate in the Alchemy Pill Society this time. Little guy, calm down. This is just the inner space of the life-killing formation. This evil formation has absorbed countless powers and has long been wise. The scenes it creates are false and true, true and false, don't get lost. Just as the Devil's Cube began to get out of control, it infiltrated Xiaoyan's body little by little, and a demonic breath that seemed to be imprisoned in Pandora's box climbed out of Xiaoyan's body, and then a sacred Sanskrit sound quietly crept out of Xiaoyan's mind. It sounded, suppressing the spread of demon power. What a terrifying formation! Hearing this familiar voice, Xiaoyan's body trembled suddenly, and he immediately regained his senses. However, when his eyes turned slightly, he found that the picture in front of him suddenly changed. Beneath the countless energy crystals, there is actually a huge furnace that can accommodate all living beings. The furnace was filled with endless evil black flames. Those black flames were poured little by little at the bottom of the furnace, and there was a slight ray of evil flames. The creatures were reborn and slowly awakened. Do you want to condense the spirit of the formation? Anyway, since we are in the formation space, let's have a good fight. After Xiaoyan finished speaking, the holy flames all over his body rolled with the power of holy flames, and they fell silent together, but there was also an ancient and huge aura in his body, which slowly woke up and overflowed. From this appearance, it was clear that he was trying to kill the spirits of the formation. Higher, the outside world, in the alchemy world. This once prosperous and coveted by countless powerhouses, the holy land of the alchemy realm, is now experiencing an extremely terrifying crisis. Since Xiaoyan and others were sealed off by Mingfeng's special means, there were almost no strong men in the entire pill world at this time, and countless powerful minds from all directions were headless. A circle of black flame patterns inlaid with noble and evil spirits came from a distance. Oh! The black flame pattern spread, and those who touched the edge turned into bursts of black light flashes in an instant, and a desolate scream resounded. Crash! Mingfeng, I have no grievances with you. Why do you want to kill so much? Watching the black light flickering in the distance, some power leaders held back their fears and cursed at Mingfeng. In the current situation, I am afraid that Mingfeng is determined to put all the powerhouses in the entire pill realm into the life-killing formation. Win the king and lose the bandit. Why talk so much nonsense? Give it all to this seat, fall here. Life extermination array, perish. Mingfeng didn't pay any attention to these powerhouses, and concentrated on activating the gloomy black flames, urging this ancient and evil formation, and launched a molten slurry against everyone. As soon as the voice fell, everyone suddenly saw that on the death-killing formation eroded and swallowed from the edge of the pill world, endless black flames penetrated the void and attacked, and finally attacked the vital points of these powerhouses overwhelmingly. For a time, the entire alchemy world was dark, and the miserable voice, accompanied by bursts of heart-piercing roars, resounded through the sky. No matter what kind of tyrannical power these powerhouses unleash, it seems that they can't touch the life-destruction formation in the slightest. What exactly are these black flames? Hua Qianqin waited for the gods of the sky to stand in the sky. Watching those black flames devour the power in their bodies little by little, I was surprised for a while. It seems that no matter how they defend, these black flames will easily penetrate their defenses, continuously devouring their reincarnation power, complementing this extremely evil life-killing array. Once their defensive power completely disappears, even if they are as tyrannical as them, they may not escape bad luck. These black flames are actually similar to the holy flame fire. After the rest, a group of high-ranking elders headed by the gray-robed old man lost their voices in the medicine hall. It's too late to find out now. These flames are the masterpieces of the evil gods in our territory. You will all be completely submerged in this great formation. Let's turn peace of mind into the nourishment of the life-killing array. Mingfeng's sarcastic voice surged, and the entire world lost its original color in an instant. Elder Xiaoyan and Yao Wuchen, including the other two 4-layer reincarnation-level powerhouses, have already been involved in a special time and space, and it seems that they can't get out in a short time. His purpose should be our alchemy temple, Dan World, but I don't know what the situation is in other parts of the fairy world. Call together all the remaining reincarnation-level powerhouses to jointly defend against foreign enemies. Under the nest, and Yu has finished her eggs. In just a few breaths, this group of elders of the medicine temple had a countermeasure. As soon as the call came out, they formed countless strong people to join forces to resist the erosion of the evil formation. There the strength ranges from the reincarnation level to the 3rd level, and the refining technology also pervades the 7th to 8th level. Everyone, let's join forces. The enemy outside the territory is our common enemy. In any case, the territory of the Great Thousand World is absolutely not allowed to be divided and eroded outside the territory. Kill, 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 for the Great World, bomb the outside world and drive out Dachin. The mighty voices actually formed a surging wave, hiding in this slightly morbid alchemy world, jointly resisting the life-killing formation. The life-killing formation is mysterious and complicated, and it does not seem to be the same as the formation pattern used by the fighting formation masters. Anyone who is touched by that evil force has almost no trace of struggle, and is easily destroyed in both form and spirit, but it is tyrannical and domineering. The evil formation, but when it came into contact with the surging waves of everyone joining forces, the pace of erosion became extremely slow. Continuing from the previous episode 2414. In the array space, black flames flickered, and the ancient evil aura was finally brewed, and a terrifying coercion quietly awakened and spread like a peerless beast that had been dormant for thousands of years. When this coercion filled the air, the void inside the entire formation distorted, and the vast energy continuously impacted Xiao Yan's mind, like a dream. The black dots slowly wriggled, surrounded by an extremely condensed and huge aura, and after the smooth breath, it condensed into a handsome male figure under Xiao Yan's gaze. This figure was surrounded by wisps of black flames. His eerie eyes were full of greed and curiosity about this world. The black lines on his body contained a shocking feeling. Amazing volatility. After the breath, the black flames surged along the body, and actually outlined the terrible lines that surpassed the heaven and the earth. Those black runes covered his body like a gloomy brilliance. At this time, the latter stood lightly above the void. There is an extremely terrifying devouring power all over the body, as if under this power, all power becomes cowardly. Boom! At the same time, the dark shadows were condensed, but the inside of the space that had always been quiet was shattered, and the energy was radiating everywhere. The master of the holy flame. The black flame man's eyes like black holes glanced away at Xiao Yan, full of disdain and ridicule. This guy is the formation spirit condensed by the evil energy of the life-killing formation, and it is also where the formation is broken. Extraterritorial powerhouse, but now that you look like this, should I call you a spirit formation? Or is it a so-called extraterritorial half-evil god? The glazed flames fused with the 5 holy flames swelled all over Xiao Yan's body, and the sacred aura became stronger and stronger, as if a bright asterisk had seen a heinous devil and tried to suppress the latter with holy flames. You know, a lot. Unfortunately this time, you will be completely destroyed again. The shadow didn't seem surprised, and spoke slowly, and the voice was filled with a terrifying magic that everything was silent. Even among the evil races outside the realm, very few people know about the word evil god. Xiao Yan, who seems to be weak in front of him, actually knows such confidential information outside the realm, which is enough to show the power behind this guy and the control of the news channel, tyrannical. You are very strong, but compared with the real heretic god, there is still a lot of gap. Xiao Yan exerted his strength to the extreme, and a strong thirst for war was released from the palm of his hand. Xiao Yan also wanted to see if he could obliterate this half-evil asterisk energy clone now. Everything is under control. Here is your final destination. There was a sinister smile on the corner of the black flame man's mouth, and he lightly exited. At the moment of his exit, the energy in the entire formation space began to hum, as if there was some kind of supreme evil force that wanted to destroy the world and spread out. That's not necessarily. And now you are just an energy clone. It's too small to underestimate the master of the holy flame. On Xiao Yan's footsteps, bursts of glazed brilliance suddenly dripped down like raindrops. The powerful aura that burst out from those sacred auras turned out to be accompanied by many forces of Xiao Yan, resisting this guy together. This deity is called Bloodstone Evil Venerable. The dull voice just fell, and immediately the endless black flame evil power around Bloodstone Evil Lord began to spread and toss, and wherever he went, the void shook. It's good to come. Try the soul fighting skills I just mastered. Great immortal technique, Holy Soul Light Chain. Looking at the sea of blood and black flames roaring from below, above Xiao Yan's head, the 7-story spiritual palace emerged together, like the supreme soul power that crossed the other side of the starry sky, instantly overflowing from the seventh-story spiritual palace, and in Xiaoyan under the subtle control of the half-step immortal ascension boundary, it turned into a dazzling silver brilliance chain. Now Xiaoyan's strength naturally does not require a specific time to study and learn fighting skills. Even if he is currently learning and using it, his power should not be underestimated. The brilliance was like a shuttle, and it turned into a massive soul chains, carrying a touch of extremely strong power, which made the entire formation space tremble. Btth2. Soul Guanghua chains clashed with the black flames of the Sea of Blood, and scenes of fiery and violent energy spread out from the center of the battle. Along the way, the void was broken, and even the always quiet Bloodstone Evil Venerable, his eyes were slightly startled. Why? Why did you cultivate a secret that the center of the immortal realm did not pass on? Until this moment, a touch of unprecedented consternation and fear quietly permeated from Bloodstone Evil Venerable's heart. The precious fighting skills hidden in the center of the fairy world are extremely devastating to them. Then don't bother. The Great Thousand World is not a place where you filthy creatures can set foot. Get out. The glass-colored flames began to spin, and a touch of ancient sacred aura began to appear between this piece of heaven and earth. This great immortal-level soul fighting skill was naturally obtained from the center of the immortal world. Although Xiaoyan's mastery was still shallow, the terrifying aura that surpassed the heavens and the earth was enough to completely crush a half-evil god's energy clone. What kind of power is this? Looking at the glazed holy flame on Xiaoyan's body, the Bloodstone Evil Spirit was stirring up a terrifying wave in his heart. Wang Buzz. The chains of the Soul Light group are extremely sharp, gently infiltrating the Sea of Blood, spreading and attacking its body. What an interesting guy, but this time, you can't escape. Bloodstone Evil Venerable's energy clone collapsed instantly, and the space of the formation was split open like a realm. At the same time, a terrifying voice slowly resounded in Xiaoyan's heart. It seems that this extraterritorial attack is more terrifying than I thought. After solving the spirit of the formation, Xiaoyan's body was returning to the alchemy world wrapped by the life-killing formation. Xiaoyan. Seeing that Xiaoyan was the first to break through the shackles of the formation space, Hua Qianqin, who was pale, spoke first. Mingfeng, the matter has been exposed. What explanation do you have? Above Xiaoyan's body the colored glaze holy flame began to rotate, and after breathing smoothly, it turned into a lotus pedestal wrapped in 5 color flames. The 3 of Mingfeng walked away. My lord, I am afraid that the alchemy world is going to fail. You go. In an instant, seeing Xiaoyan approaching step by step, Bai Wangyuan and the two spoke with solemn expressions. Damn, it's a little bit worse. Mingfeng's face was equally ugly, and he couldn't help lowering his head to look at the palm of his hand, something like a furnace. At this time, the whole body of this furnace, which is full of evil lines, has been filled in half with extremely terrifying energy, and the countless powerhouses in the entire alchemy world are at least 30% swallowed by its formation. But even so, it's not enough. The half-evil asterisk lord exerted the power of the evil asterisk on him, and he did not hesitate to spend such a huge formation. The purpose was naturally to fill the furnace in Mingfeng's hands. Once the mission fails, I am afraid Mingfeng will know what kind of maddening torture awaits him.